Hello hackers! Welcome to the new video where we are going to hack user ID controlled by request parameter with a data leakage and redirect. This lab contains access control vulnerability where sensitive information is leaked in the body of redirect response. And this is very interesting information for us that we are going to focus only with the APIs that returns redirections like a logging function. And to solve the lab, all what we have to do is to find the API key of the user Carlos. And also they provide us an account of Wiener with a username of Wiener and password of Peter. So guys, before moving forward, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and let's start. And here we go everybody. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to focus only with APIs that return redirections. And as a first impression, we can know that logging can be a target. So first, let me go to my account. And here we go. So this is the logging function. But before testing the logging, let me use Burp Suite for this one. So let's go to the Foxy proxy. Then I'm going to use Community Edition. And let me go to the proxy, interspec, then click interspec twice. So if you don't know why I'm clicking interspec twice, in this case I don't really to interspect any request, which means block it and make any modification, but I only need the list of APIs returns from the browsers, so for that reason I'm only focused with HTTP history. So let me refresh and show you the case. And as you can see, now I have two requests made from my browser to the server, which means I can see them. Okay, so let me try to test the API location. So let's say Wiener and password of Peter. Let me send the login. I don't need to save the credentials. And let me go to the post method in here. Here we go. Let me send it to repeater and let's test it together. So here we go. Now let me see what I have. As you can see, we have a cookies with the session, and then we have the username and password, but also we have this CSRF. Okay, let me try to do it again and see what happened. Okay, now you can see that I get blocked and I have 400 status bad requests. And we have a message in here, we have invalid CSRF token, session does not contain the CSRF token. So in here, I think that session and CSRF are not validate anymore. So let me log in here and let me back to my account. And now let me discover how this login really work. So in case, let me go to my proxy, let me go to this login, let me resend it to repeater and let's study it together. So let me send the request. As you can see, we have a get/login, and the first one in here is a post login. So this one is related to make the connection, send with a body, and the second one with a get just to return the HTML code. So let me see what I have. So let's go to search the username. Let's see the username and let's see the form function in here. And as you can see in here, we have an input of username and then we have an input of the password, but also we have an input which is hidden of CSRF. If I'm going to search the word CSRF this time, so I'm going to base to search this input. As you can see, it started with N and end with a K. So let me resend the request again and see if it's going to change or not. And it didn't. So let me just copy it from here. Let me back to my CSRF. Let me change it and let me retest again. And as you can see, it's still invalid, which means CSRF is related to the session. So let me copy this session in here and let me resend. And here we go. Now, as you can see, I have a status of 302, which means redirection. I have a button appeared in here, which is follow redirection. So let me follow redirection in here. And now you can see even my endpoint changed in here. We have my account, then we have ID of Carlos. So let me try to render it. And now in here, I'm able to see Wiener profile. So let me try to use Carlos in here and see what happened. And here we go. Now you can see I am able to get Carlos information. And now you can see I made access control to another user and get his information. And the problem in here that the system doesn't verify again the session after the login and think that if he made a login, every information is going to send in here is related to the user who made the login first. But in this case, it's not, so we bypassed the login. After that we got new session, and then we use that session to access to another user. So in here, first let me get the API key. So let's say API here. Here we go. Let me copy it. Let me go to submit solution. Let me paste it and let me send, okay? And here we go. Now we solved successfully the lab. But let me show you another thing. So let's go to the render. As you can see, I'm still able to get the Carlos profile. But in this time, let me try to change Carlos to administrator and see if there is a user called administrator or not, and see if I'm also able to get his information. And here we go. Now I'm also able to get an administrator information. As you can see in here, I'm able to see his page, and also I'm able to see his API keys. So I only need to get this request with the get method, and I can just save it and use it for all the users exist in the database. And also I can make brute force attack with a list of usernames, and I try to find if some of them exist in the database or not. So guys, now we finally solved the lab. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and if you have any question or any feedback, please put it in the comment below, and stay tuned to the next videos.